Lewden, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you. Thank you for my trip to Italy, and I wish you all the best in the future. As promised, here's your video. Ciao. Hello. Today, I'm installing Lewden's new EV charger, Sienna. I'm going to be completely frank with you, I've not installed one of these before, so this is going to be a how to install the Sienna. Learn from my mistakes, I'll show you everything, I'll tell you the good points, the bad points, things that can be improved, how to commission it, and what energy providers it integrates with. A how-to and an informative video. So inside the box, we've got the charger itself, and I've got the tethered model this time, which I believe has a 5-meter cable attached to it. We have a quick install guide, and it has 3 QR codes on it. One is the Lewden Connect app, the Smart app, and the installer operation and manual. I don't know what any of these do yet, so we'll find out. And I've noticed at the top it says powered by Monta, so that tells me that this is going to be controlled by my client through the Monta app. We have 2 little boxes. In box 1 we have a vacuum sealed CT clamp, and in box number 2 we have fixings by the sounds of it, and also some RFID tags. It's suitable for commercial use also. On the side of the charger we have a little bit of information. We can see that, again, powered by Monta, Wi-Fi enabled, Bluetooth and RFID. It's a 7.4 kilowatt charger, IP55, 32 amp rated current. This is a single phase charger. On the back plate we have the terminals there, and we have 2 back entry points there. One's a 25mm and one's a 20, so that's your cable entry, and that's a potential data cable. And we have bottom entry 2, again same there. I'm going to go back entry here, and hopefully I'll be able to get my stuffing gland in, so we'll just see what happens. There we go. Let's see if I actually got it under the stairs. That's perfect. So 20mm bit now. So in the fixings you get with the charger are these yellow plugs and these hefty old screws. What you don't have is any washers. So what I'm going to do is opt out of using these. I'm going for my normal wall plugs with Uncle Bill's hammer, and I'm going for my normal screws, but like I've shown in other videos, I've got these washers here that you can get, and they've got like a membrane on it which gives it an IP rating. Get a box of these, you can get them online, and I'd rather use this personally than rely on this, but I'm jumping ahead. So this is the stuffing gland inside the back of the charger. It's not going to work, and it doesn't come with like a grommet. I've just pushed this onto the front of the charger, there's no room. So always be prepared. I've got these, which means that I can put this inside there. So now I have a grommet in place. So tip number 1, essential tip, is if you're going to put in one of these chargers and you're going back entry, you're going to have to get yourself some 25mm grommets. And then if you push it on, you can feel where on these lines, like there's my cable there, I can feel that is where I'm going to have to trim this back to, about there. And then that should hopefully be a nice tight fit around the cable, like so. Next you want to get a marker pen and just mark where that cable goes on there, and that's where we're going to strip it back. And just quickly, a massive thank you to everyone who's bought me a coffee over the last week. That's Kevin B, Joe Smith, Alex P, and Adrian White and Les LZ. Thank you so much. If you want to support me and my channel, I'll leave a link in the description below, or check out this website. You're all legends. So the cable I'm using is the Doncaster cable 6mm EV Ultra non-armoured. It's like a high tough version. That's all I need for this. And I'm using this EV Ultra cable stripper. I'll just put it on the cable, spin it round, and then pull it towards you. This cable has the 4 pairs of Cat 5 inside it, 1 pair for the CT, another pair available for solar, and then 2 other pairs available for an Ethernet connection if it's required. So I've got mastic around the back of the cable entry, I've got my grommet here. That's as sealed as I can possibly do this. It'd be better with a stuffing gland, but it's just simply not an option. I can't stress enough to get yourself some 25mm blind grommets. It comes with this sealing flange here, and it's got little indents in it. So if you're installing this bottom entry, you need to pop this in here and then pass your cables through it to the termination points. But for me, where it's rear entry, it's not applicable. We're already within this zone. The CT connection is on the front of the charger, so make sure you just leave this long until you've got all this bit done. The charger has a little sticker here which shows it's got penfold protection built into it. What's interesting about this is it's got voltage limits of 207 and 262. When normally the voltage on the penfold is between 218, 19 and 253, so that's a little bit different. Now if we talk about energy providers, this customer is with EDF, who have an EV tariff which is actually cheaper than Octopus, and it's between the hours of midnight and 7 o'clock or 7:30 in the morning, of like 6.9p. Octopus is about 7.4 I believe, so this charger is going to work out perfectly for them. But as it stands, this charger does not integrate with Octopus, OVO or any of the others, but I know that Lewden are in talks with that integration at the minute, but it's going to take a little bit of time. So if you're going to install this, check what energy provider your customer is with to see if they do require any of those tariffs. The connections for the Sienna require a torque setting of 3 Newton meters. I'm using the rear torque screwdriver, which has loads of selections of bits. And then to adjust this, pull that down and then twist it to wherever you want to be, and there's a little arrow there. There I'm on 3 Newton meters. Ugh. Hear that click? That means it's tight. I get a lot of phone calls from you guys regarding to testing EV chargers, what ones to use, energy providers, how to install them, CT clamps, you name it. I've been asked, and I spend so much time in the evenings giving out this free advice, I just can't do it anymore. But what I'm doing on the side is I'm offering now half-hour consultation calls. So if you're looking at getting into EV chargers or you've got any questions about it, drop me a line and we can book in a call. I just can't keep doing it for free, guys. 3 Newton meters is tight. So now I'm up to that stage, I can carry out my live testing. And I'm using the Mega X1 at the minute, just dropped it. And I'm going to be doing a video shortly on how to test these EV chargers completely using the X1 and the EV adapter. So if you want to see that, let me know, subscribe to my channel. On the back of the charger, we have several terminals here. We have a LAN connection, that is for your Ethernet if you need it. We have a little dial here, and this is for the maximum output, and it's default on number 9, which is 32 amps, which I'll be leaving it on. We have a USB attachment here, not sure what that's for, I'll find out. And then we have CT1, CT2 and CT3. This is compatible with solar as well. The CT3 may be for battery in the future, not sure, doesn't say in the instructions that I have seen anyway. I'm going to be using S1 and S2 CT1 terminals, and we've got RS485 here. Let me have a look. They've got this PDF, and I'm just going through it with a fine tooth comb. And from what I can see, it doesn't say anything about those terminals. So I'll ask the question and get back to you. Either way, that's all talked up now. I'm going to put my Cat 5 here into that CT1, CT2, push it back, and then we have these bolts that go on the top and the bottom. You do really need an extra pair of hands for this. But I'm going to put the brown in the S1 and the brown white in the S2. So that's good. I've got to try and coil this up while pushing this back. I think I'm getting snagged somewhere. I've got to try and line these pins up, and it's not going very well. I think I'm there. Screws are fiddly, getting in the top. Okay, I've got those then loose. See if I can get the bottom ones. Right, got that one. I'm going to take that one back out. The thread doesn't sound right. Right, that's on. That was not the easiest to put on. There's a lot of work that's going to be going on in this house in the future, so I've put a brand new 14-way board in here with the EV charger in. They have an old Economy 7 board and another old board which is all needs upgrading, and they're going to have loads of rewiring sort of work done. So I've just put this in for prep. Now the CT clamp goes after the meter before any Henley or terminal blocks. These are terminal blocks around the line conductor, so that just sits there. I'm using the Mega EV adapter today, and I'm going to see if I can test it before I complete the commissioning, or if it's got to be the other way around. So I'm going to move this into mode C, which is charging. I've got a green light there, but no voltage coming through. So I'm going to have to set up all of the app stuff first, I think. And on this form, we have the Lewden Connect app. So I'm going to go through that process first and see what happens. So what it says to do, download the app, check. Ensure Bluetooth settings are on, check. Press the action button for 5 seconds and an LED will display whilst button is pressed. The charger will beep once. Action buttons there. Release the action button, wait for a further 5 seconds, LED will pulse yellow. There is the beep. This should then pulse yellow, which is then Bluetooth discovery mode. And then using the Connect app, pair your device to the charger, EVSA serial number. Where's the serial number? It's there, all the info's there. Right, let's go back onto the app. I'm going to shut the app down and start again. So there it is, there's the charger. I'm going to select it. Yes, right, we're connected. Enter the 6-character Lewden Connect password, which will be found on the quick start guide. That's that there. So JAB. Someone just beeped their horn at me. Now we come to a screen here where we have basic settings, advanced settings, and device reboot. I'm going to go into basic settings, date, time, network, LED lighting, charging mode, and charge connect password. So I'm going to set all of this quickly. Once you've done the time, it's now network configuration. You have the Wi-Fi option there, so please select your Wi-Fi. Please enter your Wi-Fi, sorry. Oh my God, thank you. No, you're fine, this is perfect. Thank you so much. Nearly dropped it. Thank you very much. So I did get some biscuits earlier, but the dog ate them all. Anyway, Wi-Fi. It's a shame there isn't a drop-down menu on the Wi-Fi, but it is what it is. I've taken a photo of my customers here, so that's easy enough for me to input. I'm going to save that. Save successful, and it says click device reboot on the home page to apply new settings. On the home page, I'm going to go device reboot. Oh, confirm. Device restart success. And I think I'm going to have to do the hold the button down trick again. I probably should have done all the settings first, but I just wanted to see if that would work. So, to wait for the beep. Hopefully flash yellow in a sec. Flashing yellow. I'm going to close the app again. That seems to help. Connected, right. Back in the basic settings, network configuration. I've done that. LED light setting, charging mode, Monta app, leave it there. Lewden Connect password. I don't know if I need to change this password. We're going to leave that. And then we're going to go into advanced settings. Parameter settings. It just gives you a little warning about how incorrect adjustments can affect the charge performance. We just say confirm. Home max current, I'm going to change that to 60 in this case. CT DLB, that's for the load curtailment. So I'm going to select that and save. And that's everything. So I believe now I should be able to go to device reboot, confirm. That's restarted, so hopefully that's that side done. Once you've connected it anyway, the next step in the flow chart, in the paperwork, which I've lost, gives you clear instructions on how to commission this. And on this part here, it tells you to download the Monta app. Now get your customer to download the Monta app, not you, and set it up on their phone. I couldn't get this connected to the internet. Reason being, it's different on Android and iPhone. When you connect it up on Android, you get a drop down for the Wi-Fi, which we didn't have because I've got an iPhone. So the iPhone, you must put in those details correctly. Reboot the charger, and then you'll have a solid blue light. Once you know it's solid blue, it is connected to the internet, which then your customer can then connect the charger through the Monta app. You'll see how this goes once your customer's downloaded it and gone through the steps. It's dead easy. Then what you want to do, connect it back up to the Lewden app and put it in basic settings, go down to charge mode and put it into free charge, which means it doesn't have the random delay, which now means I have voltage here and I can get on with all my RCD testing, which I'm going to do now. I'm just carrying out my ramp testing and it's tripped at 4.7, which is perfect. When you do this, you need to put it back from C to A to reset it, back to C, get a solid green light, and it will continue the test. And it's tripped out at 180, 4.7, which is perfect. There's my test results. I use an app called Notability on here. So I take photos of those test results, got a hard copy then, and then once you've done that, what you need to do is go back into the Connect app. So I'm going to put this back to A, turn my tester off, just unplug it, put that down, and then what you need to do is hold the button on the side and then you'll hear it beep, and then wait for that to flash yellow, flashing yellow, and then back into the Lewden Connect app, select the charger, connected, go into basic settings, charging mode, then I'm going to go back to Monta app, say save, and then go back, and then go back again, and then say device reboot, say confirm. This will beep, flashing blue at the minute. We need to wait for that to go solid blue, and then we know it's connected back up to the internet and my customer has full control over this on the Monta app. There we have it, solid blue, it's connected to the internet, customer's got control, we're nearly there, basically job done. So that's it, the Sienna charger installed. One thing to note though is this socket comes out quite far. It's like that far, so be aware of that. Otherwise, hopefully you found this useful and subscribe to my channel.